happy Thursday. Another hour of it at least, Eastern time. Yeah, business practices, episode 4, cold hard truth. That's what we're gonna give you guys tonight. Quite a bit of stuff to cover with people that kind of reached out, wanted to share their customer service experiences. We're not going to take too long, but we're going to try to get through them because I feel it's some important stuff. But before we kick it off, Jarhead, what's going on, man?
Hey, man, what's up? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. I feel like this week's been rough streaming wise. It's been like every day, so it's kind of catching up. But
I don't think news has stopped since like Comic-Con. Like,
yeah,
there's stuff going on constantly. So
yeah, we were up till 2 a.m. yesterday with the Superman Hush, the quarter scale release.
yeah, I caught part of that. I caught up on some of it this afternoon. What you guys talking about? There's a lot of buzz with that whole situation right now. So I'm kind of digging it. You know, it's kind of bringing it back to how it used to be. You know, kind of with the excitement. You know, me and Steve were talking about it earlier today, and he was kind of just disappointed because it's like they're redoing the statue, but I don't know. I'm excited because it's bringing so much, not tension, but more like, excitement.
Hype. It's getting excitement. The people talking. It's
bringing a lot of hype to the collecting right now. So I don't know. I'm enjoying it.
Heck yeah. A lot of people were, wanted it, so they listened and they tweaked it too, which was kind of a good thing. But
yeah,
we'll cover more of that.
It's getting me to hop into the DC world. So
see, are you considering ordering it?
I'm probably gonna pre-order tomorrow. So
nice, awesome.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful piece.
Yeah. I've been fighting the DC stuff for a while now, and I think I'm finally gonna give it.
And then you got to get a Batman to pair, and you know how it is.
Oh, here we go. Yeah. You got to get something to pair.
You got to get this and that. No.
Everybody says that though. It's like once you get something, it's like, oh no, you got to get this to go with that. So
that's a beautiful standalone piece. Even you really don't need anything to go with it. But glad you can make it.
Appreciate the invite.
Let's use in the chat. We got Random. Always good to see you, Random. Appreciate you supporting the channel. We got Snoke. What's going on, brother? We got Bats in the Belfry. Thank you guys for stopping by and hanging out with us tonight. So yeah, this show is about if this is your first time watching, we're down on episode 4. It's really about discussing some of the stuff that doesn't normally get discussed on YouTube. It's business practices, good customer service, poor customer service. The end goal is not to take sides, not to bring any company down, to celebrate companies that are doing well, that we're getting good feedback with, and really any negative feedback is more to. First of all, it's free. It's free feedback. So if I was a company listening, I'd take it and run with it, and try to make the improvements, because that's all it is. There's no animosity here towards any company in particular. It's just it's like the Yelp of collecting. That's how I look at it, right?
How many stars?
That's all it is. Like, why can't we have it? There's no animosity, man. It's like I get a lot of hate. Oh, you're jumping on this company. That no, that's not, people are reaching out, right? So we're gonna talk about it.
There's nothing wrong about talking about experiences that you've had with companies and how they treated certain issues, and because I would want to know before I order something, because I've never ordered from Prime One, and I've always asked around to see what people's experiences are ordering directly through Prime One. Because Superman Hush, this will be my first piece, and I've looked around to see where to order from for me, and to me right now it's the best deal is the Prime One. So I've asked several people how it's like to order through them and etc. So but I would want to know that information before I buy,
Yeah, of course. And if there's what their shipping's like, they tend to raise the shipping afterwards. And maybe with this, I feel like with this Superman Hush, they seem to be pivoting a little. they've done a lot of things that they haven't typically done with previous releases. So even the shipping is quoted fairly low. The NRD is low. So we'll see. But yeah, information's key, and helping collectors make an educated decision when and where to purchase from is kind of the goal. I have no shame in discussing it. Yeah. And that's it. So let's see. Who else we got in here? We got Michael stopping by. Appreciate that, Michael. Hope you're doing well. Star Wars Addict, what's going on, Jeff? We got Boba Bill. Hope you're doing well, man. Let's kick it off. With where we left off, episode 3. If you guys remember, we were Casey had reached out to me in regards to his LBS Hulk. By the way, in the description after the show, I will link all the companies we discussed tonight and episode 3, so you could go back and watch if you want to follow, because I'm not going to get into this because we already discussed it. But it was a case of Casey who received from Spec an LBS Hulk that was not up to standard, some paint issues and so forth, and it was just an issue with communication. Months went by and there was just a lack of communication, so he reached out to me via another friend, and I went live, shared the story. Originally, that same day, they were in discussion of getting a paint redone, the paint to be redone. He was going to send it in, get a label, paint was going to be redone. About 10 o'clock at night Eastern, we went live, and we were telling the story, and Casey got a message saying, instead of getting the paint redone, we're going to send you a brand new Hulk instead, which is fantastic news. So this is the brand new Hulk. Everything came in well. He received it June 19th. So shout out there.
Some weights, huh?
Say that again?
I said Hulk's been lifting some weights, huh?
Oh yeah, man. Look at in the background, yeah. So to Spec, thanks for making things right. Just a word of just some feedback is just tighten up the communication. I know maybe it could get some difficult sometimes with the overabundance of emails and so forth, but this kind of went on from mid-March to May with like no communication, so that's why he had reached out to me. So glad we did the show around May 29th. By June 19th, this was all rectified, new Hulk in hand, fully brand new one. So everything ended well. Yeah, and shout out to Casey.
That's what you want to see, though.
Yeah,
getting taken care of. I mean, yeah, it took a while, probably longer than he wanted to take care of, but it got taken care of. So
that's it. That's all that matters is everything worked out. Happy customer. I'm sure the way it was rectified, he'll go back and purchase from there. But it worked out. That's what we're here to do is just help rectify any issues, get the ball rolling. I want to personally give a shout out, Secret Compass. First time using Secret Compass was to buy Slan, I think over the last month. Fantastic. I had a great customer experience. Emailed quickly, responses were quick. Kind of worked with me because I'm over in Canada. Worked with me to help me out with some difficulties in getting it over here, and the price points and so forth with delivery. Very nice person I dealt with, and yeah, I would highly recommend Secret Compass.
I've never heard of them before.
Yeah, this is my first time using them. I had a good experience. I'm just sharing you with what I had. Like the communication, you would email within an hour that you'd have an email, if not faster.
What companies do they carry? Like everything, or?
Ooh, to be honest, I haven't even gone on their site. I think they carry Prime One, that's for sure.
Yeah,
but I think a little bit of I think they carry everything. I've heard of them before. I just have never gone on their site or used their service.
Okay.
Someone sent me this link, and they knew it because they knew I was getting into Berserk, and I absolutely I wanted to add the piece. I like the piece. And I'm telling you, man, very no issues, straightforward. I didn't send it from an everyday collector email, so even if you watch his YouTube, he wouldn't know it was my legal name, everything. I didn't mention I was a YouTuber, nothing. So I commend Secret Compass. I think it was Shane is the person that I was dealing with name.
I have to look them up because, like I said, I've
Yeah,
never heard of them before.
yeah. So again, that's what we're doing here. We're recognition as well. Let's keep going. Appreciate you, the team over at Secret Compass. Even sending the tracking, it was like immediately. I made the purchase,
You
and
got tracking right away.
oh man, track same day. Here's all your tracking. Good luck. Have a good. Let me know if you need anything. All by email. Everything
That's funny because
documented.
normally you get tracking in a couple of days. Not the same day.
The second the day the item shipped out, he sent me an email saying the item shipped out. He sent me all the tracking numbers, 3 boxes too.
Wow.
Everything came pristine. It was, yeah, like I said, it was overall really good.
As you would say, you love to see it.
You love to see it. What's going on, Vega? Great to see you. Who else we got here? Mr. Popo, Peter. What's going on? Star Wars actors say they do sell Weta, XM, Prime, and Sideshow.
So a little bit of everything.
So check them out. Secret Compass. Here, let me see. I'll link everything. You can go check them out for sure. Another shout out I want to give to is Momentic, Dilber Momentic. This one I want to give a shout out. It wasn't necessarily good news, but it was informative news to the collectors, in the sense that it's taking that extra step. Experiencing some delays with XM product, and I just, as opposed to, waiting for the customer to come and ask, hey, where's this piece or where's that piece? The second he found out, he sent out within his group of customer base, he sent out a post saying, hey, this is what's happening, this is why it's happening, and expect delays on this, and this because of this, right? So just that extra line of communication and not waiting for the customer to come to you and taking the initiative and giving the information right off the bat to the customer, even though it's not anything you want to. It's nothing that you want to tell them because it's bad news. But I think the transparency, people appreciate the transparency.
I personally really appreciate Dilber. I've ordered 2 statues through him already, and I definitely order more. He's one of those guys that will keep you informed and let you know what's going on. Like you said, there's delays or whatever. But he also today, today, for instance, he saw somebody was having a better deal on a certain statue, and he was pointing people in that direction. Like, who does that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then I've had an issue where he helped me out personally, and I will always appreciate that from him. So, he's got great business ethics.
I think you hit the nail on the head. It's what I try to do when I recommend a business, because people will approach me and say, well, John, you're recommending this business, but their price is higher. We'll find out a little bit later today as to the price doesn't determine, for some it may, where you should buy the piece, but it's the overall picture. You can get a piece at a phenomenal price and have the absolute worst experience receiving it. Would you pay that little bit of extra to get it to your home safely and have that be rest assured? Of course you would, because that's why Sideshow is so successful. Their shipping is higher and people pay it because they know they can call that number and say, hey, this is the issue. They'll get a replacement or their money back.
Customer service goes a long way, I think.
Of course.
I think a lot of people forget that, because if you do have a problem, that's going to be the number one thing after the fact. It's like one of those things where, like, if you're going out to get burgers, you can either choose McDonald's or Five Guys. They're higher up on the tier of quality. So,
and he Zilber might not have the best price all the time, but he will.
A lot of times he does, though.
He does, but he will get you the lowest price that he can. That's for sure. That he can.
And that free shipping, though, sometimes when he gets the free shipping.
Yeah.
What'd you say? French kiss?
French kiss.
French kiss.
And there's sometimes where you'll get the thing with him is you got to understand a little bit how I'm learning how it works as well, because I'm not I've ordered one thing from him, my LBS Hulk, and that experience was like we got rebates back because he saved money shipping it.
Yeah, that's
Right?
crazy.
And everybody ordered. And now John, people, you recommend Dilber, you're getting stuff under the table. Nothing. Everybody
Yeah.
ordered the LBS Hulk with him when it was first came out, got that rebate,
Yeah.
and it was wild. It's so his pre-order may go up because it's to gauge the numbers, but it will the number he puts on the website, it'll never go above that ever. If anything, it'll go down if he can save money, and he'll rebate you. So,
I mean, he's always trying to save. He's always trying to save people money too. Like I know too. He, I think with the Prime One, Hush Superman, he had talked about shipping. If there's people in your area, like have it all shipped out in one pallet, and you guys will save money that way. So that was pretty cool too. So he's trying to save people money, which is awesome.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
What's going on, nice guy? Completely agree. Vibranium Jim, hey, what's up, everyone? I bought XM Iceman and XM Archangel from Dilber. Really great experience. Great to hear. And then we got Aiden here. Look at these two slouches. Yeah, tell me I'm exhausted. But again, don't have to spend too much time on it. Thanks for the open communication and what you do in the community. Because I always say, no company is perfect. No one person is perfect. But when you're faced with that difficulty and that obstacle, it's how you handle it that determines, for me, how successful you'll be.
Yeah.
Right? It's very easy to be faced with a problem, sweep it under the rug for a couple of days, a week. I'll deal with that after. But it's the initiative that makes a difference for me.
Honestly, now when I order a licensed piece, Dilber's the first website I go to check out how much the price is and how much he's selling it for. So,
and what I've noticed as well with him is because he's very small, like it's a very small operation. It's not right. It's more to help out local people and but I start to see now that other resellers, retailers tightening up and giving better deals now as well on shipping, where shipping wasn't free originally. Now it's they're being more competitive.
You started to see it more.
Correct. Yeah. All right. Let's keep her going. We're gonna hit a little bit of bittersweet news now with Tweeterhead. I'll keep them anonymous. I didn't really discuss whether I was going to mention their name or not, but I don't think there's a need to. I had a collector reach out to me through Instagram, and the concern they were having was a friend of this person. She is not part of. She doesn't do social media sort of thing, from my understanding. And what had happened was she purchased the Superman and Batman bust, paid in full from Tweeterhead. Something happened in life, medical reasons or so forth. There was an emergency. She had to cancel. So what she did, July 11th, she sends an email to Tweeterhead asking, and I got all the emails and everything. I don't really have to go through everything. If anyone questions, we can always do that afterwards. But I'm just going to give you the bullet points. Because again, it is a bittersweet situation. July 11th, she contacts to cancel via the website, Tweeterhead. Website states you'll get a response within 48 hours. Days go by, she doesn't hear anything from Tweeterhead. No email, no nothing. Because she doesn't have social media, what she does is she reaches out to, and these are people overseas, she reaches out to her friend who reached out to me to try to contact Tweeterhead via social media, to get a hold of them via social media. July 11th is when she sent the email. Her friend goes on through social media and puts up a message through Tweeterhead social media, and they respond. They get he later gets a response July 17th. How many days later? We're talking about 6 days later. Website saying 48 hours you'll get a response. He's getting an email July 17th. She's getting an email July 17th. Because he went through social media, but I guess they found out the order numbers or so forth. But because of they can't breach the privacy, they have to reach out to her directly. Right? He was just there because she didn't have social media and it was trying to help and get at the attention, which worked. So July 11th to July 17th. July 17th, they finally reached out to her after all the emails stating what needs to go on and we need to cancel because of medical reasons, this, that, and the other. This is the email they received back, their response. Yep, totally fine to cancel. Let me look at your order and I will get back to you. I'll make sure to get it processed by Friday, July 19th. So she gets the email July 17th, July 19th. She's told by the owner, Chad,
They'll take care of
that it's going to be taken care of. That's when she got it. Of course, the 19th comes. Nothing happens. I think the 19th was when his presence on some of the YouTube channels. He went on saying that there was issues with their processing of. There's a backlog, right? There's a backlog of refunds or getting the emails, processing the emails. And July 19th, there was a mass email sent to everybody stating that we're going to be going through the backlog, give it some weeks, this and that. The problem with that is the ownership. Chad took the ownership and said to this customer who's been reaching out 7 days, right? We're talking about July 17th, 6 days. They've been reaching out saying, hey, I'm having medical issues. Funds are tight, this and that. I need a refund. He took ownership and said, I will get it refunded to you in the 2 days by July 19th. Now, July 19th, that's a personal email. That's not a mass email.
Yeah.
Her situation should have gone to the top. He should have taken that situation, went to whoever works with him and said, hey, process this. Or did something for her. Because
he's the head of the company, so
he's the head of the company.
He should have pushed it through faster.
July 19th comes, a mass email gets sent. Hey, we're having backlog issues. We're trying our best. We're trying to get and we're going to improve our team. Yeah, we'll get to the concerns. That's to all customers having the issues. July 26th, this poor woman still hasn't heard anything. July 26th, supposed to be July 19th. July 26th, she reaches out again. No contact. She reaches out again. Nobody reaches out to her. So the whole Chad message, it's like, well, you personalized this email to me. Now you're telling, now what happened to it? You don't respond, you don't follow up, nothing? July 26th, no response via social media. They tried to reach out via social media. The gentleman, no luck. She tried to email, no luck. From July 26th to August 1st, nothing. She sends another message. This is the final message. And then this email, she states, I'm really sorry. Like, really nice email. Respectful. Yeah. Like, she's putting the onus on her, like she's doing something wrong here. I'm really sorry, but I will go through my credit card company. Like, I just wanted to pull out that little quote out of the email. Because it was when that's mentioned, August 7th, an email from Chad came out. Going from July 19th to August 7th? Guys, you guys are playing games. That's ridiculous. But I'm going to read you his email. Because I thought it was... So the email originally from Tweeterhead, the mass email says, Hi from Tweeterhead. We've received your cancellation request. We are currently in the process of expanding our customer service team in order to improve turnaround time on replies going forward. In the meantime, I will be personally assisting with all the replies and any outstanding requests. We've been experiencing technical issues with our email server, which has caused frustrating delays and a buildup that we are currently working through. We have begun processing any outstanding cancellation refund requests, and we will notify you when yours is complete. You get the gist of it. If you've decided to keep your order, please reply to this email ASAP. Yada yada. It's that kind of thing. But this becomes null and void because before this email, he took ownership.
It was already taken care of.
Exactly. If he didn't respond to her and then she saw this email, okay, I can understand because it's a mass email saying, "Hey, here's." But he took the ownership. He took.
Yeah. It is now August.
Here we go. So this is August 7th. the final email sent, received by Chad. Hey there, we are processing refunds weekly, and there were a few in front of yours. I'm more than happy to give you a refund, but do have a few before you that I am processing this week. I see your refunds are for Superman and Batman bus, and the total is $650. After the $50 NRD, I owe you $550. We don't store credit cards, so yeah, we need you to send the credit cards. I can send this week. Sorry, we don't store credit cards, so I would need to refund you via PayPal. If you have a PayPal address, I can send this week before Friday. Please know there was no ill will on my end in the past few months. So many people have been getting out of the hobby and canceling that. For a small business, it's a little shocking. If you send me that PayPal address, I will get it sent by Friday, and if you can get back to me today, I can send it. He put this in, which I'm still trying to understand, because the person didn't tell me that he told him he reached out to me, but it says, regarding the Everyday Collector, I'd love to chat with him if you have his contact info. I think there are a lot of small businesses going through this at the moment. Just send me your address when you can, and hope you are having a great week. I hate to think do you think I was ignoring you? You should have gotten an auto response that we received your emails. Respectful email. Like
it's weird that he put your name in it.
Very weird. Courteous email. That's, fine, professional. But man, you told the poor woman. July 19th. We're looking at August 7th. No,
weeks.
I don't care what problems you're having there. You took the ownership and personalized the email.
Not to mention, he said there was a few in front of her. Not 100 or 300 people in front of her. It was a few people. So you're telling me it takes that long to process something or enter something in the computer saying, "Hey, give this person their money back"?
The second this sentence was written in an email, I'll make sure to get it processed by Friday, July 19th. Everything else becomes
null and void.
Not my problem. Yeah, respectful guy. I haven't seen him be disrespectful. And I can definitely sympathize with the small business aspect, that it could be difficult, because you're right. There are a lot of things going on, and you don't want anybody to fail. So I can definitely, but just what I would improve on this, because clearly they're looking to take ownership. She's not the only one. I've been hearing this a lot, even within our own groups, more like on the behind the scenes.
It takes forever to get your money back.
To get your money back and cancel.
I've heard the same thing.
They sent out the mass email acknowledging that they had issues and they're working towards it. I hope that's something that they're going to do. This is a bittersweet. It worked out in the end, which is fantastic. But for anybody else experiencing it, just listen to the story and know that they are having delays. For my recommendation to Chad would be just to tighten up. Just don't make the promises, right? Because picture the woman's ill, has to pay medical bills. She's canceling for a reason, and this is a prime example. And this might not help the whole small business aspect of it, but this is why I don't pay in full a year out. I don't pay, because when it's to get the money back, it becomes pay your NRD. We had this discussion on Club.
Yeah,
pay your
and
NRD.
Just put that money up.
650 euros coming out of your account. Take your piggy bank at home. If that doesn't work, open up a separate bank account and make your payments that way. I would rather deal with that and take 10-15 minutes out of my day to be more organized that way than have to deal with this.
Yeah, because if there is an emergency, like you said, it's easier to get it out of your own bank account than trying to do this. So. In
regards to him mentioning the Everyday Collector, I'm going to tag Tweeterhead here. Chad, you're more than welcome to reach out to me. I'll put my email. This is a two-way road. If you want to clear anything up, you're more than welcome to. That goes for anybody that we discussed today. But glad that worked out for the person. It kind of sucks they had to go through that, but in regards to their health, I hope they're doing okay. And to Tweeterhead, hopefully they can get on top of this and have a rest of the year, a successful year. Kevin, great to see you, Kevin. Kevin says, I have had personally the same issue regarding getting my funds back on a cancel. Very nice people, but the service has been really slow. Nobody's perfect. Hopefully this is something they can overcome, but it's a good thing that we're discussing it so that we can recognize the issue. Random green. Actually, I'll move on. We'll move on to Prime 1. A little bit of news here, nothing too crazy. Prime 1 was really quick and friendly with my cancel. Forgot to add a discount coupon, and they canceled the order and allowed reorder with coupon instantly. Well, good to hear. That's some good news there. Same with you guys in the chat. If you have any good experiences, any poor experiences, let us know. Bats in the Belfry. I have 3 pre-orders with Prime 1 directly. Okay. Prime 1. This one's a little weird. I haven't experienced anything like this, but I had a collector reach out to me, and it was crazy. Again, a little bit of a bittersweet situation because midweek they got the response they were looking for, so it worked out. But it's in regards to this Severus Snape that came out, what was it, earlier in the year? And Prime 1 had teamed up with Shumi Arts, and this team up, if you remember in the Next Level Showcase, we got to see the Megan as well. Supposed to be a team up project as well. Was supposed to be like the creme de la creme of collecting, small edition size. It was part of a platinum line where it was marketed as it was almost like a from artist's hand to the collector's hand. That you were going to have a fantastic collecting experience. It was going to be high-end products, materials, and so forth, because of the affiliation with Shumi Arts. Now, apparently, Shumi Arts, don't know the full story, don't want to get into that, but experiencing some issues on their end. I think it was financial issues or something's going on, and it's not good. So what does Prime do? The other, I want to say about a month ago or so ago, they completely strip all their marketing. They strip Shumi Arts from all the marketing. Right, same price, $21.99. Wait list. So people had placed their orders. This whole Shumi Arts thing is going to be fantastic. Stripped it from all their marketing, without a word. Without a word to collectors.
That's pretty shady. Taking that off after the fact and then, not saying anything about, because people were expecting this partnership, right? So
yeah,
they're paying more money than they normally would, I'm sure, for something like this, because it's supposed to be, like you said, the creme of the creme, the
cream of the crop, so creme de la creme thing, yeah,
all that stuff. So, I mean, that's kind of shady.
Yeah. So I had a collector reach out to me, and I'll share the email they sent. They said, "Hi, this was 2 Prime 1. Looking at the Platinum Masterline Snape statue, Shumi Arts is no longer mentioned anywhere in the listing. Shumi Arts has been removed from all the pictures in the listing. Does this collaboration still exist? If not, I'd like my deposit refunded." Fair, right? I'm getting now. I was paying for a collaboration with this boutique, this boutique company. It's not being offered. I'd like my deposit back. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
They went a while without responding, but they finally did respond. Thank you for your email. We are currently planning to change the manufacturing method and specifications for this product, but no final decision has been made at this time. An official announcement will be made once we have more information. As requested, we have canceled and fully refunded your deposit for this order due to the circumstances. Please keep in mind that for general orders, deposits are non-refundable. If you have any further inquiries, please don't hesitate to contact us. Best regards. Perfect response. Professional response. The problem is, I think they kind of stripped this, hoping nobody would notice, and then they're kind of dealing with things behind the scenes and deciding how they're going to deal with the aftermath of this, of losing Shumi. I wanted to discuss this because if you are someone that ordered this, you should know what's going on. If you want to reach out to Prime, you can reach out to Prime directly. I'll put their email in the description, and reach out to them and see what's going on. Or at least you can kind of keep an eye on it to find out what's going on. It's not necessarily that you have to cancel it. It could still be a great product. We have to see what their decision is going to be. Will they tweak the pricing to compensate for this? Is there, what are they going to do? Because I know their platinum, what was it? Terminator T800 is part of the platinum line, rooted hair and all the works, and that looks great. But what was Shumi bringing to the table? It had to be something, right? Shumi was bringing to the table that more of a custom feel to the experience.
Yeah.
That had to be reflecting the price. So if you're losing Shumi, I would expect the price to reflect that.
Yeah, and they should have sent out a letter or something saying what was going on.
For sure. So as opposed to you guys can wait, but again, being educated on the situation definitely helps. Okay, and I'm gonna share a quick one from our guy Bill, Boba Bill. Let me pull it up here. He wanted to give me some feedback. This one was with Sideshow, kind of again bittersweet. It's a good experience, poor experience. The poor experience happened a little while ago, so it's more take it with a grain of salt. But it's if anyone's experiencing, it can actually show how Sideshow's improved as well. But he said a negative experience. Let me get this off the screen. This is with Sideshow. A negative experience with Sideshow was a statue I pre-ordered was listed as preparing to ship. After a few days, I was getting annoyed, but that has happened before. A few more days went by, and still the same thing. So I emailed customer service. A few days later, they responded with, "We have received word from our shipping team that your order is no longer available. Sometimes when our stock on an item becomes very low, it is discovered that the few pieces remaining are damaged or otherwise unsuitable to send to one of the collectors. Unfortunately, we will not be receiving any additional pieces to fulfill outstanding orders. The edition size was over 700, and I pre-ordered and had it paid off. How the heck was it no longer available? The company issued a complete refund after I tore them a new one. But that experience put a stop to my statue collecting for a long time." See, so that's someone coming into the statue world, having an experience like that, and see how it can deter you. At the same time, lucky that the company that Sideshow is took the ownership, as bad as it was to do what they did. You know, you're a collector, you're excited to receive it, but he did get the refund, so that of course is a positive.
Yeah, that's interesting because he said he pre-ordered it, so it wasn't like he ordered it like when they were low stock, you know.
Correct. And this happened a while ago, but we saw it recently with the PCS Blade. People not being able to get their orders, unfulfilled orders, due to inventory issues.
In that case, I think people that ordered first should be, you know, it should go down the line. It shouldn't be, you know, because I've heard about it several times where people ordered statues later and they got the statue first before the people that pre-ordered, you know, got it. So it's like, you know, I always think that in that kind of situation, it should be the first come, first serve. The person that pre-ordered, they should have a list and they should go down that list. He shouldn't have been on that and having to deal with that, but
precisely. But the fact that you hear put a stop to my statue collecting for these are expensive pieces, man, right?
Mm-hmm.
You come into this hobby, you're spending whatever it was at the time, but now let's say $700, you're experiencing that. Hey, you're getting your money back, but it's like, damn, the emotional roller coaster you go on. A positive experience he had recently was a Hot Toys Iron Man came in with a busted arm. The arm was completely detached from the body, and the shoulder piece was broken beyond repair. I emailed customer service, who responded promptly. They sent me a replacement arm the next day, free of charge, and gave me a discount on my next purchase. Now that's great. Thank you for sharing that, Bill. Okay. Last one that I have, unless anybody else wants to bring something up, but on the docket is with a retailer that was kind of new to the scene, reseller, new to the scene, and had some great deals, great prices, were advertised and so forth. Some promises in regards to service. I'll read this just so that when I go through the email, when I go through the situation that was shared, why the person was so frustrated. Collector Mansion, this is their service and pricing speaks volume. Let's say their promise to the customer. Here at Collector Mansion Collectibles, we take pride to do the utmost best in everything we could for our customers, by bringing you incredible statues from great exclusive companies to providing the best transparent communication and superior customer service on your order updates. Our focus and goal is to ensure our customers receive the best service, to trust the team here at Collector Mansion Collectibles. Well written, well said. Now I'm going to share with you an experience that a collector had. Terry, a lot of people know Terry in the community, great guy. We're going to go through it. This is on the third scale Prime 1 Devastator that he purchased. This story sucks because he actually canceled where he originally ordered it from to go with Collector Mansion to give them a shot. And well, this is what's going on. I'll give you the breakdown. May 30th, Terry ordered the statue from Collector Mansion. This was, again, the third scale Devastator. The statue was purchased. And keep in mind as well, I think their guarantee, or what was mentioned on some live shows by one of the advocates, was a 45-day delivery? Jarhead?
Yeah, air shipping on some of the statues that they have. I think it's like 45 days or
45 days.
Something like that.
Okay. Again, I'm relaying the information that I received. May 30th, statue purchased. June 3rd, tracking was received. Tracking was for one box. So I immediately reached out to Sick and asked him what's up, because I know my statue is 3 boxes. That was June 3rd. June 4th, Sick response. Quick response time. We give credit there. Sick responds to my concerns, stating it's on a boat, and when it gets to the US, tracking will update, but says he will check on it and let me know soon for sure. We then go from June 4th to June 26th. I reached back out to Sick asking if he had a chance to investigate, and did he find anything out about why it says 1 box. Still no answer. We went from June 26th to July 8th. God damn. After talking with other collectors who purchased from Collector Mansion about concerns, I was led to Resin GK. So it's apparently the collaboration is Collector Mansion works with Resin GK to obtain these pieces. He made contact with him, asking him the same. So Terry made contact with Resin GK and asked him the same questions about the tracking. Resin GK responded the same day and took all his info and said that he would contact his warehouse. That was July 8th. We're going to go to July 16th. Resin GK asks for my email and says his warehouse is going to contact me. So July 8th, I thought that's how it ended. Now we're at July 16th, and it's ending at the same spot. July 24th, Resin GK tells me it's been released from customs and should be at my house by the following Tuesday at the latest. Terry goes on to say, this is where I started asking for updated tracking, something to show how he knows it's at customs. No tracking provided, but first mention of a $300 coupon for the Collector Mansion site. We go from July 24th to July 26th. I asked Resin GK again for tracking or some kind of proof it's at customs. He responds with, I'll check with the warehouse. So we're going July 8th, the 16th, now the 26th. We're still communicating with the warehouse. July 29th, he asks me if his warehouse emailed me. At this point, I have not been emailed anything since original tracking June 3rd. So I said that to him. This is the Monday before the Tuesday he said it would arrive. He asked me then, if it comes this week, are you home? I responded with, yes, absolutely. That was July 29th. We're going to go on to July 30th. I reached back out to Sick, who hasn't been answering me or communicating anything with me since June 4th. I told him I was starting to have my doubts, and he gave me his phone number, and I called him. During this conversation, he told me their warehouse was shit, that they never even sent my statue. Let me make sure I read that right. During this conversation, he told me their warehouse was shit, that they never even sent my statue. I read it right. Told me they switched warehouses, and the new warehouse airshipped my statue, and now it's stuck at customs. But I'd have it by the end of the week. He told me to disregard tracking, the tracking I received June 3rd, but failed to provide new tracking. He also let it slip that there's 5 to 6 of us total with the same problem with shipping. He also mentioned here the $300 coupon once again. August 3rd, end of the week came and went and nothing. I sent messages to Sick and Resin GK asking again, please give me an updated tracking number so I can at least see proof it's been shipped. August 5th comes. Can you imagine being a customer going through this? Holy man. I'm reading it. I'm getting anxiety. And I'm reading it. August 5th, Resin GK responded, he's waiting on warehouse to see if there's a problem at customs and told me to get on WhatsApp and message him there. I shouldn't have to download an app to communicate with you, Terry says. He offered to refund me my money and I can pay again when the statue shows up. So I immediately filed with PayPal for a refund. Told Resin GK, to which he responded, good, and when the statue shows up, you can cancel the refund request. Sick responded later, same day, saying he spoke to Resin GK, and Resin GK said statue again is coming by the end of the week, and that Resin GK offered me a refund. This is the last part. As of August 7th, I have lost all hope. I see no point of continuing to talk to them. I've been told twice now it's coming by the end of the week, but providing tracking would not only shut me up, but would also prove what they're telling me is true. End of the day, I feel safe with PayPal that I'll get my money back, but I want the statue. So either statue shows up one day, or PayPal will eventually give me my money back. I've lost all trust with both Sick and Resin GK. I will no longer believe anything they tell me. If what Sick said is true about the warehouse messing up, and there's 5 to 6 of us, I have to stop and question a few things. If you are able to track that there's 6 of us, and know who the 6 of us are, why couldn't you reach out to those 6 people and just be honest? The customer service is the worst I've ever dealt with. I'm in the HVAC industry, and accountability and honesty are paramount next to customer service. I know shit happens out of their control, but damn, be honest and take the hit. They can say all this shit till they're blue in the face, but they will not tell me the one thing I want, and that's the tracking number. I cleaned it up a little bit because there was some swearing, but other than that, my goodness. What's going on, Whisper? That was a lot. And again, this isn't to bring any company down. This is a customer sharing their experience. And here's the one thing I always tell. There's the one thing I always tell people is when I can recommend someone, Jarhead can recommend someone. I can go on YouTube and start a business and say, buy from me. I have the cheapest prices, yada, yada, yada. But at the end of the day, each and every person has to do their own due diligence. You're responsible to do your due diligence and protect yourself. PayPal goods and services. Pay with a credit card behind that PayPal goods and services. The problem with that is at the beginning when this was originally launched, PayPal wasn't offered. But Sick was helpful. Like I'll even mention, like when I inquired on the Penguin, and I reached out to him and said I didn't end up pulling through with it, but I'd be interested in paying PayPal. And even he said that we don't have PayPal on the site yet, but we can do it personally. You can send me the money, goods and services or whatever. I'm like, okay, wow, that's a pretty good offer. Like these guys are working with the client. Communication was good. I got a response right away.
Yeah.
But after reading this, that after getting sent this from a collector, it's heartbreaking.
I will say I've ordered through Sick too, and I'm also having issues right now. It's supposedly getting taken care of, So we'll see what happens. You know, I'm supposed to. It was like that Hulkbuster that I received was missing parts or whatever,
Hmm.
and I did the whole talking back and forth to Resident GK too, and but I talked to Sick the other day, and I was like, hey man, this has got to change. We need to figure something out because I haven't received parts yet. And then I was promised a whole new statue for some reason. And I told the guy, I was like, there doesn't make any sense to send me a whole brand new statue. Just send me the parts that are missing from the statue, to save you money, and time and everything. Everybody else, you know. But it's no. I'll send you a whole new statue. So it's already been a couple months. So it's supposed to be shipping this week by air, and if it doesn't, then I'll return back to this. Because I don't really want to get into it as far as issues that I'm having with him yet until the whole
It's all said
story
and
is.
done. Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but we'll see. Like I said, but I'm also having big problems in that area too. So,
Look, stuff happens, right? The thing here is the lack of transparency. You know, you had Sick promote Collector Mansion, which is fine. Come back, start up this new project with Resin GK. Fantastic. Any way you can get product into the customer's hands at a cheaper price, shipped and stuff, I think everybody's going to be on board. The problem here is it was promote, and then there were collectors posted receiving product. Although I've seen posts, but I don't know any of those collectors, me personally. So
yeah.
But behind the scenes, I know collectors like Terry, and there's others that aren't receiving their product, and they're experiencing this. They just don't want to come out because the first thought in my mind is, well, I want to get my statue. If I come out, I'm not going to get my statue. I'm not going to get the money for the statue.
Yeah.
That's not a mentality to have in 2024 when you're buying from a company. I'm sorry. Something. This could have been avoidable. Stuff happens. But the same communication that you came into the community with excitement and we're changing the game up, come buy from us and promoting it, that same communication should be on the back end when there's issues. I haven't seen a post saying we're experiencing some difficulty with our warehouse. I haven't seen a public post saying we're experiencing some difficulty with our warehouse. Please give us some time to get everything worked out. Please be rest assured your product will arrive. We stand by that original, this right here. We stand by our customer service mission statement. I haven't seen anything like that. I just see promote, sale, come and buy. I don't care if it's 3 people, 6 people. If you're having an issue which has been admitted, and it's been admitted, it's 6 to come out and state that. Come out and say, hey, do a video. Hey guys, I want to just give you an update. We have this sale going on. Here's what's going on in the warehouse. A little bit of a roadblock, but we're working to get it rectified as soon as possible. Staying silent, that's not the remedy.
Yeah, customer service goes a long way, man. Like, I will say Sick did get involved because I was talking to the Resin GK dude too,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Hey, man, I'm not hearing anything from this dude." He did get involved in it. I seen messages to, Resin GK. I shouldn't I shouldn't even be having to talk to that dude or whatever.
For sure.
But he got involved with it, so it pushed it along. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully I'll end up getting that statue here in a little bit, and then
all is good. And that's the goal, man.
Yeah, for sure.
We don't want anybody to fail, but and there could be personal issues. Maybe something happened, but get Resin GK out to make a statement. He's clearly emailing people. Get him to make a statement if you can't, right? If there's something going on with emergencies or something to take care of. What Terry went through from, what did we say, June?
Yeah.
To now without even a tracking, buddy.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. That's unacceptable. There's no.
And then he got told twice that it's on the way, and it wasn't really. So I mean,
that's very poor transparency, and someone's dropping the ball.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it's something that could be rectified. But this is something again that's good that now he went through PayPal. Because how does this look to me? Someone's taking however much the piece is, $1,600, and getting a free loan for a couple months.
Yeah.
Where's my product?
Yeah,
so now PayPal comes, takes the money back. Okay, here you go. Like, come on.
And the sad part is, like you were saying earlier too, is he cancels his order with somebody else to give a new company a shot, and come to find out, when they treat you like that, he's not going to come back to them for sure, and some of the other guys that are involved in the situation probably won't either. So it's like, you're hurting your business too at the same time by not either being transparent or, delivering basically in communication, so, you're hurting yourself, you're shooting yourself in the foot by being that way. So
Dilber had a point. Are you seeing pre-order products in people's hand or in previous stock items in people's hands? Sounds like actual pre-orders converting to released product isn't showing up. Well, yours was in stock.
Mine was in stock. The issue that I had. So my issue was a little different than his. I actually received my statue, but I mean it was still a fiasco to get it in and do all that. But like I said, I'm letting him take care of it. If it doesn't get taken care of within the next week, if I don't see something, then we'll take the next steps. But I'm trying to let him. I've gotten to the point where I've gotten frustrated and upset about the situation. But I'm the type of person that I'm really laid back, and I'll let you
benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I'm that way until you really piss me off, and then things different. But
I think for what Dilber's point is, whether it was like pre-order or not, it was the fact that the piece was already in their possession, already sent out. The tracking number was already issued earlier. When was it? June? I think it was June. The tracking number was.
What tracking was that? Because he didn't obviously receive anything.
Exactly. June 3rd, tracking received, and tracking was only for one box.
Yeah,
it's a 3-box statue.
Mm-hmm.
So, you got to tighten it up. And again, it's not to see anybody fail, but this is, we're going to bring this forward because it's important for collectors who, again, the whole goal, collectors who are buying, educate them to make the right decisions and help them ask the right questions. They can approach a reseller or a retailer with these questions. And again, wherever you're from, I'm in Canada, people in the States, rules are different with different companies. There's Zelle and all this stuff. Find out the program, do a little bit, take the damn extra 15 minutes, an hour, whatever it needs to be, read up on the program you're using to send this money and how it protects you. If you got to pay a little bit extra for goods and services, pay the damn money. Because imagine being in Terry's situation where you have they're holding your money and your statue, and you can't do anything. So, hopefully they could take the feedback and turn everything around. And for the other 5 or 6, and I'm sure if there's any more, hopefully everything gets rectified promptly. And number one thing, guys, that I'm advocating here is because I understand the walking into something like this and not wanting to discuss it because of how you'd be looked upon in the community and all that stuff. That's a serious thing. I know I get trampled for the way I kind of bring things to light. It's just, don't let that happen. You can reach out to me through the social media. You find me YouTube. You can find me through Instagram, Facebook. I'm even going to put in the description my email, theeverydaycommunitywatch@gmail.com. If you want to remain anonymous, that email stays in that email address. Any names I mentioned today is because those people were okay with the names being mentioned. and that's what it's about. Like, who cares what anybody thinks? This is your hard-earned money, and what, to be popular on Facebook, on YouTube? Forget about it. Forget about it. It's all bullshit. It's all baloney. And that's all I had. One last little thing I want to mention, because this happened a couple weeks ago, and it bothered me, and it's still bothering me. Was the way we're communicating within social media. Social media, it seems to be just a pit. I can't comprehend how we can't be in groups celebrating this hobby. And even more so, groups that are central to specific companies. You know, the last couple of weeks, I've really been giving PCS credit. And the reason I've been giving them credit is you see the CEO kind of take a step back from social media, not as, you know, posting updates and so forth, responding to comments, but a more of a stand back approach where letting the company run, letting people express their opinions and so forth on YouTube. But I'm going to tell you something. The PCS collector group, I've never seen such a toxic environment where people can't share their feelings about a piece. I had photos of it. I don't even have the energy to show you the photos of it. I think it's stupid. If you're in the group, go see it. But there was a collector who brought up a concern they had politely. I don't even know how much more polite you can be bringing up this concern. I can understand you getting upset. Someone like me brings up a concern. Oh, you're a YouTuber, you're doing it. But this is a guy who said in the goddamn post, I pre-ordered the item, I supported the statue, and made a suggestion. And the mockery that went in on that group, you should be disgusted.
Yeah, they even made posts to mock the guy.
Like
a fake post to mock the guy. It's like, dude, really?
And what's even worse is you have the CEO laughing and liking the posts that are mocking the collector that supported his damn project. Yeah. That is disgusting. That's disgusting.
I told you when I saw that, it really upset me because I don't like that shit. It's like, you know, it really made my day really go shitty because reading that, treating somebody that way, it's so crappy.
You can tell when a post is like to get someone going, right? To get someone going. This is a guy who said, I appreciate what you're doing with all your releases. I pre-ordered the fucking product. Sorry for swearing. I took my hard-earned money and I gave you my NRD. Can you take this into consideration? And to get the response that was given is disgusting. Now, I'm not even in that group. I got kicked out of that group. You can clearly see why. But things come to me because, you know, I got guys. Maybe a few extra profiles you don't know of mixed in the group. Come on. You got to be smart, right? No, I'm kidding. I don't. But that's disgusting. That's disgusting. You guys who are in there can go see it. But the ones that stay silent, you could stay silent and stuff. But you staying silent, I don't understand how other human beings can treat other human beings like that over a hobby that we're supposed to be celebrating works of art and pieces. Someone can't go and express a suggestion to better a product. I said a compliment to Prime One. I've been complimenting Prime One Studios on their Superman bust this past couple days. I got messages saying, what are you doing promoting them so much? What the are you out of your mind? Same thing with Sideshow. I got called a suck up because I was promoting the Sideshow Con and how well they were doing. Why? Because I called them a bottom feeder 2 months before. The bottom feeder comment that everybody griped on? Sure, gripe on that, but look at the difference. No, the company changes not by the people that sit around saying, oh my God, this is beautiful, and settling for what they're being shown. The company changes for the people that are saying, hey, work on this, work on that. People will be there to support you. And that's what it was. That's kind of what I've been doing. So that was a little bit of a rant at the end, but I'm telling you right now, these guys need to tighten up their shit. That's unacceptable. And I'll be on shit. I'll be on fly. I'll be a fly on shit. The more I see this, the more I'll be on top of it.
See, I have a Facebook group, and you have a Facebook group. If I ever saw anybody treating somebody else like that in my group, and I don't even like my group's not huge, not massive. I have a few hundred people in that group, but if I saw somebody treating somebody that way, I'm not going to sit there and laugh at it. Guess what? I'm kicking them out of that group, because they shouldn't be doing that kind of shit,
Little disrespectful. He's been disrespectful on YouTube towards me specifically. He's been disrespectful to other. I'd like to see if the licensors that give him the license were to see that kind of behavior, how he would tune up real quick.
Yeah.
There's too much lax there. There's too much lax. Get those licensors to see that and see how fast. Until he loses something, he's not going to learn the lesson. Fuck, man. It's upsetting. It's so upsetting. I'll get flack. Oh, you hate PC? I don't care what you think or what you don't think. This is it is what it is. Everything's laid out there. Everything that I've said, everything's been documented on YouTube. So go have it. Anyways, we're not going to ruin the show. That's the Business Practices, episode 4. I appreciate everyone who stopped by and tuned in. Everyone who shared their story, kind of went in and shared their experiences. I appreciate you doing that. I know it's not easy, but hopefully it's getting everything in the right direction. Again, I don't want to repeat myself, but I'll put everything in the description for you guys, so you guys can check it out and do your research and know where to find the company's contact information and all that. But Jarhead, please, I'm grateful you stopped by, man. Good to have you on. No
problem, man. Thanks for having me on this late night. But like I said, it's I'm very into like ethics and how you treat people. So this is kind of up my spot, up my whatever. So I appreciate you inviting me and talking about business ethics, I guess.
Ethics. That's It's not a fun topic, but goddamn, somebody has to do it.
Yeah.
Keep these shit in check. We're a small little channel too. It's not, but it's a small channel making big waves. That's the thing. It's and again, it's not to bring any drama or any heartache onto anyone, but it's to make a difference. Whether you want to believe it or not, it's to make a difference. So we will keep on doing this. You guys always have my email, and it'll be done on an. I'll give you an update on Terry. Hopefully that can be rectified. Everything with the Tweeterhead. I'll be honest with that Tweeterhead situation. That poor woman, she should get everything back. That NRD and everything. It doesn't rectify the issue, but that's what I would do. $50 NRD, give it back to her, everything. Just for the time she's had to waste for the communication and so forth. I wanted to mention that and I forgot to mention that. And the companies that we've said some positive things about today, keep doing what you're doing and wish you guys all the best. So we'll put the pin in it here. Tomorrow's Friday, Collectors Club, guys. Tune in, 11 p.m. Eastern. We're going to have another great time. And Jarhead, you're doing your show this weekend?
This weekend, Sunday. Yeah, I changed it to Sundays because my schedule changed. So it's the best because I'm always obviously never home. So
yeah,
now I've got to do it on the weekends to do the show. So
okay, custom produced. You guys have a time yet?
Three Sunday, three on Sunday.
Okay. Stay tuned to the custom produced Facebook group, my Facebook group. Jarhead will post up the times and we'll get you guys over there and make sure you're watching.
Yep.
Awesome. And stay tuned. Monday we'll do our chatter. I might do a little something on Thursday as well. Kind of thinking of doing a filler fun show at 11 p.m. on Thursday. So we'll see. That's still a project up in the air. But we'll keep you guys posted. Thanks for tuning in, and be safe. And always remember to collect responsibly. Never hesitate to reach out to one of us. We will be more than happy to answer any questions. All the best, guys. Take care.